Before this video starts, I just want to let you guys know that the fluid damper is on the Cummins and installed, but I'm going to give you guys that video tomorrow, so you have to wait till then to kind of see how I did that and how everything panned out. It was a little bit of a struggle, and I had to figure some stuff out, but we got it. It's good. But I more or less just want to cover some things that I still notice with the truck in this video and tell you guys about the company that I ordered the fluid damper, the ARP balancer bolts, and the fleece performance barring tool from, because they're a good company. So let's just get into it. Boop! What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on Pure Panorama. In this video, I just kind of want to talk about the company that I ordered my fluid damper from, my fleece performance barring tool, and of course the ARP balancer bolts for my 24 valve Cummins. And that company is XDP, Extreme Diesel Performance, if you're searching online or whatever, or if you see here on the shirt, XDP, and the site is extremediesel.com. And on the shirt here it also says Extreme Diesel Power, so I guess you can go either way, Extreme Diesel Power, Extreme Diesel Performance, but nonetheless, XDP, I gotta say, had some of the best customer service that I have experienced in such a long time. I actually called them 2 times, and the first time I put the order in for the fluid damper and the ARP balancer bolts, and then the second time I called them back to say, hey, why don't you throw the fleece performance barring tool in that order too and get that to me with the other 2 things, so I got all of it and can just do this job once. And both guys that I spoke with on the phone were just very sharp and knowledgeable. They knew their stuff. They were quick with their computer system and looking up the parts and getting the order put together and getting them prepped to get shipped out for me so that I would have them the very next day. And although I ordered these things at around like midday on Thursday, I still received them Friday. By the time I got home from work, they were sitting here on the front porch of my house waiting for me so that I could get them, open them up, and show them to you guys in a video. So that just really stood out to me, and one of the big reasons that that was able to happen is because XDP has warehouses on both the West Coast and the East Coast. So no matter what state you guys live in or where you're at, they will have a warehouse close enough to you to hopefully be able to get parts shipped out to you in a timely fashion. So if your truck is down and you absolutely need it, that hopefully you won't be waiting for parts for 3, 4, 5 days for ground shipping or having to pay astronomical shipping fees to get second day air or overnight shipping on your stuff. And this was my first time going with XDP, so deciding to go with a new company was, I guess, a little bit touchy to me because I like to stick with what I know, but they had the parts that I needed, and I noticed that when I was looking online at the parts and putting the order together, that their shipping costs or their shipping quotes were less than anybody else that I was looking at. So I decided to give them a call and really find out what they were about, and I gotta say my overall experience with them was just 110% awesome. So long story short, I will definitely be ordering from XDP and working with them again for some parts on the Cummins and trying to move into the next phase for the 24 valve with things that I want to do to it. And I wanted to bring them to your attention because they are one of the first places that pop up on Google if you run parts searches. So if any of you guys out there are looking for parts or you need some stuff for your truck, I highly recommend going to their website, checking out what they have. They have anything and everything that you would need for your truck, whether it's Duramax, Powerstroke, or Cummins, it doesn't matter. Just head on over to their website, take a look at what they got, and if you have any questions that you really just want to talk to somebody and ask them and get some human feedback on, definitely don't hesitate to give them a call and talk to one of their sales guys, because like I said, they are knowledgeable, they know their stuff, and they will be able to set you up and get you get your parts sent out to you in a good, timely fashion, no matter where you live, with their warehouses on the East and West Coast. So again, for anybody who wants the website, it's right there, extremediesel.com. Go check them out. You won't regret it. But now that we got the harmonic balancer off my 24 valve and we got the fluid damper installed, I want to talk about a couple of things that I noticed while I had that off the truck, and that would be a lot of oil and gunk buildup that is on the front timing cover and just in front, like behind the pulley of the harmonic balancer, and I can only imagine that that is coming from a bad front main seal. So I wish that I had a front main seal to install on the truck when we just did the fluid damper, because that would have been an ideal time to get it all done and pluck the fan off the front of the engine, pull the timing cover, get that new front main seal installed, and then put everything back together and be done with it. But I wasn't thinking ahead, I wasn't planning properly, and unfortunately I did not have a front main seal, but we got to definitely put that up at the top of the list. I don't know if I will have time to get it done before the winter months strike us and the cold is here, unless I can get the garage cleaned out enough to fit the truck in there and I can do it inside during the winter. But if I'm not able to get it done before winter time, it is going to be put right to the top of the list and be one of the first things that we do to the truck as the winter months come to an end and spring starts next year. But I'm feeling pretty confident that a lot of the oil under the front of the Cummins is coming from a bad front main seal, and that definitely needs to get taken care of. At this point in time, I'm just kind of wishing that I could rewind time like a month or two so that I still had a little more time to do some stuff to the truck that I know need to be done as we start getting into the fall and the winter months. And it's just, man, time just gets away from you. It goes too fast. And I wish that I had more time to just really rip this thing apart and go to town on it. As far as that little rapid vibration in the brake pedal though, when I let off the pedal and start to take off from a dead stop, I guess it could be my carrier bearing or my very front U-joint where the drive shaft meets the transfer case, because I've also failed to still get those two things replaced, and I wanted to try and do that this weekend, but I didn't have time. Things just didn't go as planned this weekend, so I unfortunately couldn't get that done either. I might try to get out of work early one night this week and get home early enough so I can try to get the carrier bearing and that U-joint replaced. But before I do that, I want to try and get on the phone and get a bushing ordered for the tail housing of the transfer case. For any of you guys who are still learning, just like I am with these trucks, there is a bushing and a seal in the tail housing of the transfer case where your yoke is for the front of your drive shaft, and they can tend to go bad, and you should keep an eye on it and check it. And I'm pretty sure that mine probably just needs to be replaced. It probably never has. No one's probably ever paid any attention to it. So I want to see if I can track one of those down, get it here, and then rip the drive shaft out and try to get everything done at once. So I'm going to do a little searching tonight for that, see if I can't make a few phone calls tomorrow or Tuesday and see if I can't track one of those down, maybe get it overnighted to the house, and then hopefully one night this week we might be able to rip it all apart and get that stuff done. If we can't get it done during the week on a weeknight, if I can't get home early enough to make sure I have enough time to get it done and get the truck put back together by the next morning so I can get to work, then we will definitely look at diving into it on the weekend as long as the weather permits that. But we got to figure out what is causing this little vibration that I feel in the floor and in the brake pedal and get it straightened away, because it's driving me nuts and I don't like it. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. I just wanted to let you know about XDP and their stellar customer service. If you guys are looking for parts, like I said, go check out their website, give them a call, because they've got anything and everything that you could ever want for your truck, and they can get it to you pretty damn fast. Hit that like button on your way out if you could. If you're stopping in for the first time and you're new here, hit that subscribe button, join the family, make it stronger, and I will see you tomorrow with the install of the fluid damper. Peace.